Hey guys, Chris here. Okay, today, throughout these 2 days, we talk a lot about, things going mobile and things going social, right? So today, with all the mobile and social happening, it actually imposed a challenge to traditional digital businesses, media businesses, like websites, right? So before that, let's just take like a time travel to the good old days. So the good old days where the goal was to get the most eyeballs, right? A million views, like 5 million page views, and you just slap some banners and done. You have cash, right? And then Google came along. Of course, people were discovering more content via search, right? So people want to search for content. How do I bake a cake, right? And Google, and so more money went to Google. And then people discovered more content through social, right? Through what people are sharing. So then Facebook, took a chunk of the money, and what's left of the money that we used to have is shrinking. And now, like with micro ads and all, and things are going more micro, right? We are squeezing the banner or our money pot into a screen, right? So everything is getting smaller. But before we go on to the solution on how do we monetize back this business, let's take a look at the target audience. So it's, the thing is, it's only going to get worse. And we thanks to the millennials, it's going to get worse. So number one, they're more mobile. So that we know. They are more social, that we know as well. And there's a ton of us, right? 60% of us are under 35 in this market. And this wall of text, so we cannot consume content. So one, there's a behavioral issue, but two, there's a product issue as well. Like we cannot consume a wall of text like this. This confuses us. This is not going to happen, right? So I personally don't read a wall of text. So what we tried is basically this. We tried an experiment. Number one, we wanted to experiment with social headlines. Right? So instead of just reporting numbers on the budget, we write headlines like 8 most epic lines from Najib in his budget 2014 announcement. And then, hey, this gives me a reason to consume this particular article and gives me a reason to share as well, right? Because this kind of headlines, to be honest, goes better on Facebook compared to the, hey, this is the budget announcement, and these are the numbers, right? So number one, we experimented with social headlines. Worked quite well. Loved it. People loved it. Two, we needed it to be mobile for optimized scrolling, right? So it must fit on your screen. As the whole 2 days we have discussed on this, it has to scroll nicely, has a good flow, and in addition to that, it has to be ADD friendly. Our attention span is really going down the drain. So we need short, catchy segments to really capture this market. So this experiment turned out well, and today this particular experiment is the number 4th English news site in Malaysia. Just in 1 year, we grew 93% from a 6th rank to a 4th rank compared to the other sites which are on a decline. So we make about 4.5 million USD per year with approximately 20% net profit. And you know what? All these numbers without any banners. So 0 banners on sales. Check out the site, no banners. So how do we do this? So 2 ways we monetize this site. One is with 2 million over unique visits a month, we use sponsored content. I will explain a bit about this later. And with 600 over 1,000 social media sharers, we monetize sponsored sharing. This year alone, we launched 188 content campaigns with 60 over brands in 2015. Example of these campaigns, for number one, Proton, right? So a year ago, Proton has kind of went out of our vocabulary when searching for new cars. So there's a lot of Korean and Japanese cars in the market. And for the first and second jobbers, right, Proton was no longer in our conversation. So what we wanted to do was to really get Proton back into Malaysians' conversation again. So we launched this particular article called 17 Things You Didn't Know About Proton Cars. Within 7 days, we got 200 over 1,000 reads on this particular article. We have a lot of conversation going on. People saying, hey, Proton cars, like, give them a chance, you know. I know the windscreen is bad, you know, but give them a chance, you know. And so a lot of conversation around this. People compare this, you know, to Vios cars and stuff like that. Within 7 days, boom, almost a 250,000 reads. And the client told us that when they launched it, so this was launched 2 weeks before the Suprema S launched. And when they launched the car, they actually hit above 30% their sales target. Another example, P&G. So we know parents love to share cute stuff, and we know parents love to share their experiences as parents, right? Their struggles as parents. So for P&G, for Pampers in particular, we launched this particular article. You know you're a really desperate parent when you're trying to get a baby to sleep when. So we know like pictures of this dad eating while carrying the baby, like, you know, that kind of pictures, you know, the parents putting the kids in like really awkward positions to sleep. This article got 1 million over reads with a 20 times ROI for P&G. Until today, this article gives us 20,000 reads per month. And we launched this last year. So every month is still giving us traffic. So good content really goes a long way. The third one, so AirAsia is a very big client as well. So they consistently spend every month, they launch one article to inspire Malaysians to travel more. And currently, on most of the campaigns, we rank third in terms of revenue delivered over Google and Facebook. So RevAsia, so we didn't want to stop there, right? So we got acquired by the Catcha Group, and we formed RevAsia as a vehicle for growth. We wanted to reach the mass Malay market. So we acquired Obulan, and today Obulan, above Roti Kaya and Beautiful Nara, we are number one. So you see all the way from there, with a 259% growth from January last year to July last year to July this year. Number one in the market currently. And this site also, we already monetize through content. So content, we want to get brands inside the conversation. So not just at the sidelines where banners were, but we want to get brands in the conversation. So, but we don't stop there, right? So we want to go in Southeast Asia as well. So currently, we want to plant our footsteps in Vietnam, Philippines, and Indonesia with 8Share. So 8Share is our social sharing platform. And currently in Philippines and Indonesia alone, we have 3 over 1,000 sharers over there. Some people compare us to BuzzFeed, but then we monetize via content and we dominate the Southeast Asian market. We want to add it. We want to add the trend setting, a trend setting engagement into the mix. So Juice and Hanger, so they are known regionally to be the trendsetters. So we monetize, for example, that particular article right there is for Hennessy. So to kind of write around not just the party in Penang, but write about Penang itself. So yeah, so we're sometimes compared to Vice in this region as well. So this to sum things up, right? So RevAsia, we ask ourselves the question: what should a media company today look like? Number one, it has to be mobile and social. So that's on the audience bit. So RevAsia, we want to go social and mobile on the audience. And we need to reach the Southeast Asian millennials, because these are the key markets that we want to go at. And last but most importantly, we want to monetize via sponsored content and sponsored sharing. So this, we feel, is the end to traditional digital advertising, and this is RevAsia. Thank you very much.